course the Packers look worse because the Packers have failed to realize something I've been hitting recently. The NFL has made the quarterback position so important that at the, you could plot any population on a bell curve, right? On the extreme end, you get a handful of the extraordinary, right? Extraordinarily good, extraordinarily bad. Most people fall in the middle. Aaron Rodgers is along with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. I got to give it up. Those guys are extraordinarily excellent at a position now that has such disproportional effect on the fortunes of your team that those guys are now the boss in a way that the NFL teams don't realize because it hasn't been that way in the past. They're the boss. Just like it took Dan Gilbert a minute to realize, I thought I owned the team, but LeBron James is my boss. If he tells me to do something and I don't do it, I'm in trouble. I'm going to lose him. He calls the shots. LeBron called the shots, which is why Dan Gilbert had to come hat in hand apologizing, basically, right? Okay, Houston Rockets. Fertitta at first didn't understand, there's no resisting Harden. If James Harden tells us he wants to be traded to that team, we have no choice. We got to trade him. Same thing in the NFL. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers are the shot callers. They will tell the teams what to do, and it's not that the teams, they'll do it or else. They have no choice. If Aaron Rodgers says, trade me there, what are you not going to trade him there? You think another team is going to give you all these draft picks and everything, knowing he's going to be disgruntled there? Well, force him to sit out. You don't have to sit out to get what he wants. You mean to tell me you want to go to war, you want to go into a season with a quarterback who doesn't want to be there, and you think you have a Super Bowl roster? You think you're going to win a Super Bowl with a disgruntled quarterback? Not going to happen. So what you will see happens now is the Packers will trade him, and they'll trade him to where he tells them to trade him. So, who looks worse now? Rodgers, who's calling shots, or the Packers, who have failed to realize the era in which they exist right now? Packers look worse.
Packers look worse. They've been looking worse, but Aaron Rodgers doesn't look good at all. And the reason why he doesn't look good is because my man, who's that bad man, looks weak. You cannot have stories leaking out that you want a GM fired and go into hiding and we can't find you. You cannot do that. That looks weak.
Fair point.
That looks weak. And so when you look at the Green Bay Packers right now, say what you want about them, but the reality is that they are who they are. They are who they have been for years. They're not owned by a particular owner. The people of Green Bay own this franchise, and as a result, they operate differently. You Aaron Rodgers, who's to say that, guess what? You got terrible winters in Green Bay. We all know this. Okay, it gets cold there. It gets cold. All right, I know that because I haven't gone any further than Milwaukee, but damn it, it's close enough. I know it's cold there, okay? So you got terrible winters there. You have no...
you in Minnesota at the Super Bowl. You did not look happy.
Man, please. I was partying in the hotel lobby. I didn't leave. That's how bad it was in Minnesota, okay? And I ain't been back since. Ain't going back. Ain't going back. Matter of fact, I'm going to make sure it's in my contract not to go to hell back to Minneapolis, Minnesota, unless it's the summertime.
It's a good airport if you have a layover, though.
It's a beautiful airport. Stay in the airport. Don't leave. Don't leave. But here's the deal. When you look at some of the things that have transpired, the bottom line is this, man. The Green Bay Packers are who they've been. But again, getting back to Aaron Rodgers, what kind of social life are you having in Green Bay? You know, you got to have a fiance.
He's engaged now.
You got a fiance. Where's she at? I just left L.A.
Boulder, Colorado,
whatever.
and L.A.
Listen,
Those are her spots.
L.A.
And she's got a house in Boulder, Colorado.
That too, so it all works.
For the Broncos.
All I'm trying to say to you is that you've gotten to a point where you are exercising, you're entertaining your options. And Green Bay I'm saying that people can look at Aaron Rodgers and say, is that what this is all about? And you just pointing the finger at Gutekunst? Is that what this is? Are you trying to tell me if Gutekunst wasn't there and they gave you everything you wanted, you'd still want to be there? The fact that there are those questions and you're leaving them out, dangling in front of all of our eyes, does not make you look good if you are Aaron Rodgers.
Well, look, that's a fair point.
That passive aggressiveness, that ain't working.
I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers' behavior is perfect. For example,
I didn't say it was either.
He has a chance to win the Super Bowl every year there now, I believe, the way it's set up now. You want to take that shot? Because partly the reason they didn't win the Super Bowl is the coach took the ball out of his hands on fourth down. Partly it's because on third down there was daylight to the end zone and he didn't run, right? I mean, that he has to take some of that responsibility. That's just the truth. So it's not like he looks perfect. But, and this is the key, everyone knows the thing now, Stephen A., that you've been talking about. The issue is respect, and people can relate to that. He's been there forever. He's been highly successful. And when he walks in, they don't want to hear his opinion. And then they move up in the first round to draft his replacement instead of getting him help. Move up in the first round and draft his replacement.
Gutekunst did that.
And Gutekunst did that, that's right. And because it's after a bad year for Aaron Rodgers. And then Rodgers comes out and has the best year of his career, wins MVP.
Yeah. Wait, I want to go back to something he said, though, because you weren't here yesterday. I don't know if you were playing brick or what was going on, but Ryan Clark argued this with him. So Max thinks that if Aaron Rodgers is forced to stay in Green Bay, that they won't win a Super Bowl because he's not going to be into it. Do you actually believe that in terms of respecting the game?
No.
And Ryan's saying that he'll get hurt out there, that there's no shot. If he's in, he's all in.
There's no way. There's no way. When you show up on the field, you're going to show up to win. Now, there might be something inside of you that hates the thought of people you don't like actually enjoying the winning with you. But that is something that you will eat. I think he has too much respect for the game. I think he has too much respect for his teammates to ever do something like that. And I would never disrespect a professional athlete by intimating that, you know what, they will go out there and tank it because they're bitter, they're upset.
Not what I mean.
So I don't mean, and I know you don't mean tank.
Explain
but I'm just
what you
talking
meant.
about the level of frustration gets to you where it affects your game. I'm saying that I think that he would put forth the due diligence necessary to make sure that doesn't happen because of the people he plays on the field with. And that's what I think will supersede everything else.
I don't mean it exactly like that. This is how I mean it. It's a full contact sport, right? That whole Al Pacino speech in Any Given Sunday, Stephen A., which
6
sounds
inches
cliche.
in front of your face.
But it's true in a full contact sport about who wants it a little more. What I'm saying is it's the Spinal Tap line. When this one goes to 11. Well, why don't you just make that 10 and call 11 10? It just goes all the way up. The point is, can you go past 100%?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.